go. Stream is live. Now just waiting for it to show up on the other side. Let's see. How long will it take? Say a minute or two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. Got 10 seconds. Oh shit, I forgot to put some music to listen to in the background. Let's see. Ko-Fi? Yeah, sure, let's see how it's gonna get out Ko-Fi. Let's just play this instead. Someone's custom-made World War III drafted music playlist. Let's see how bad this is. Set the volume as low as possible. And we will shuffle the playlist. Check the stream is up again. Nope, still not up yet. Oh, okay, impressive. First song, Unfortunate Sons. It's still not coming up. That is very odd. There it is. God, it took it a while. Alright, set everything to low. Everything disappear. Everything's visible. Live chat. Alright, everything's good to go. Let's continue on. Try to complete Hurston, which is not going to get complete in forever because it's going to take a while, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Oh boy. Mission objective today is to complete the next level of Hurston, which is probably not going to happen. First objective today is to complete a large hauling mission. Curious to see how well those go. I want to see how well it goes, and I want to see how much points I get for completing those, because I'm sure it's a lot more than just a medium one, which is 40. If it could be doubled and make it 80, it might be worth doing that instead of doing the medium missions. Let me think. If it's 100, it's definitely worth more than doing the regular missions. But if it's just 80, Alright, let's see. I am about to die from dehydration. Let me go ahead and fix that. Where are you? There you are. Gonna drink you, and then I'm gonna eject you out the porthole just because. Go and take a sip of all this. Open the door to the porthole, please. No. Oh wow, okay. Drink automatically refilled. I guess the server's gonna be a little wonky today. Bunch of water's left in here now. Wow, it just automatically refilled itself. Okay, I guess I'm not ejecting this out the porthole. I'm gonna just keep it. Cool, free water. An infinite water ball? Don't mind if I do. Let's see. Alright, let's see how arduous a large contract mission is here, and how worth it is. Go for a large size haul. Let's see, what am I currently at for the journal progression? So I'm currently at 818. We'll do the math after I do the delivery. Where do I pick it up? Today we are going to Aberdeen. Ah, cool. Going to the dark, depressing world. That's fine. Just hope there's no Idrises parked around like there was last stream, constantly denying me from the ability to complete the missions. If anything, I hope that there's at least an Idris knocking all the ships out of the way for me to complete missions. That'd be nice. But no. Last time it had to be an entire Idris just blocking me from even starting a mission. Alright. Oh wow, there's actually gaps on the clouds in this moon. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, whoops, did I mean to do that? Never saw gaps on the clouds here. That's surprising. Okay, this song is there. I'm not a fan of this song, so I'm going to just switch it back to lo-fi, make things a little more relaxing. There we go. This will be a lot more relaxing for me. Person needs to adjust their playlist just a little bit. Too slow for the action of World War III. That playlist definitely needs to change if it's going for World War III. Let's see, am I veering left or right? No, I am not, luckily. That's a really nice thing. Let's go inside and below the clouds here so I don't have to deal with the hassle. Not being able to see shit. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah. That's a lot closer to the ground than I thought it was. Thankfully, I didn't crash land like I usually do. Alright, who do we have? No Idrises, right? That is... that looks like a shape of an Idris. Oh, but it looks... I don't know, it's kind of off. I'm gonna guess that it is an... No, that's an Argo Raft. Okay. Thought it was an Idris. It almost looked like one for a split second. Oh boy. Yeah, landing gear is down. Gotta push myself up here. Alright, hopefully the elevators are working. I don't know if they are or not, but here's to finding out. Oh, my neck is killing me. Hopefully I didn't break anything. Oh, shit. Whoops. Okay, well, I broke something in the game at least. Can I please repair it? Landing... yes, I can. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I just... I wasn't even going in that hot, and yet the entire engine on the back left side of my ship is already gone. That's funny. Alright, okay. At least it was very cheap to repair. Hope this doesn't cause issues like it was last time, where I just started veering one direction. Really hoping that's not going to happen here. And there are ATLS suits, so I don't need to worry about taking this out for now. Ooh, right, there's an ATL suit still stuck on the ship. Let's see if we can remove that. I cannot. Okay, it's just a visual glitch, hopefully. Oh, there's the other piece of my ship. Let's go ahead and toss you out here. No longer need you. If I could put you back on, I would, but that's not allowed. I can't physically do that, and it's too much of a heavy task for me to actually complete, so I'm just going to leave you there. So 18 boxes, 9 boxes of 1x4s, or no, not 1x4s, 1x2s. I think that just might all barely fit on the ship. Barely is the key word. I may miss a box or two, but still, that is, I think that's enough. Move to elevator? No, you will not let me move to elevator. Too much weight. Okay, we'll just do this. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but I would like to try to complete a larger mission just to see what kind of points I would get out of it to completing this damn quest. Is there another ship nearby? Nope, no other ships nearby landing or anything. Okay. That's weird. Hello, cargo? Where'd you go? I just pulled you up here. Did you go on the other side? No. There was an update recently, so I don't know. Maybe there's new bugs. Let's go ahead and put you back down. Maybe I just didn't hit move to warehouse? Something like that, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit stupid. Alright, let's try this for a second time. Oh, right. Only one at a time. Oh, it's just too much. Okay. Well, now that's reading 0. I'm so confused. Okay. No, still too much. Alright, we'll just move this to the warehouse. See how this goes. Maybe I gotta split it or something. I don't know. I could be right. I could be wrong. I could most definitely be wrong. Oh, hey, unknown, welcome, welcome. Am I ready to use an ID for everything? Hell, fuck no. That Child Safety Act could go eat shit. Welcome, welcome back. How are you doing? Other than, you know, the impending doom of our loss of freedom to just browse the internet without having to, you know, risk our security for our information and all that, because cybersecurity rule number 1, you never share your ID on the internet. Oh shit, I gotta fix that. Okay, I gotta move the ship or something. But hey, welcome. Yeah, no, that's just stupid. It's so stupid. So many crazy things are changing at too quick of a pace. It's just getting ridiculous at this point, honestly. It's mentally exhausting just listening to all the things that are trying to be put in so quickly within such a little amount of time. It's just nauseating. It's tiring. It really is. Eventually we're going to not be allowed to just fucking breathe without having to pay for it, I swear. But yeah, how are you doing, unknown? How have you been? How's your week going so far? I should just move the ship to make this a little bit easier when it comes to placing things. Let me go do that. Push you away. Let's go bring you down. I really hope that doesn't come to pass. I'll need to call my congressman. I'm going to have to contact my congressman just to hope that he doesn't vote for it. I don't know. I highly doubt that's not going to happen. I don't see any petitions or anything. My biggest fear is that no one's... It doesn't seem like there's enough word of mouth to the normal internet browser space, to like normal people just browsing the internet, and rather than just constantly being on YouTube all the time, to realize what's being done to the internet and what's about to happen to all of their identification as soon as they have to be forced to put it on the internet. Let's fix that. There we go. But yeah, I am not ready for that. It is very disturbing, and it's going to be very, very dangerous for everyone if we're forced to do that, especially since third parties are going to be involved rather than the U.S. government itself when it comes to verification. Unfortunate news, the U.S. has introduced their own version. It's called the Kids Safe. Yeah, the COSA Act. It was done before, right? It was a thing before. It was I don't remember how long ago. I think it was before COVID. Like, it came up and they were talking about it, and they got it, and it was shut down before it actually became a thing. But yeah, no, it is being brought back from the dead. It is coming back. Trust me, word is spreading. Okay, that's a good thing then. It's a good thing that word is spreading. Hopefully, common sense prevails in this situation. Usually, common sense doesn't prevail though, so I don't know. But yeah, it is very, very concerning. Extremely, extremely so. One thing that really concerns me, I like watching a guy on YouTube, Philip DeFranco. A lot of people watch him, right? I don't think I've seen a video of him talking about that yet, which is a little concerning because a lot of people watch him. And that's something very important for everyone to know about, because even though he's more leaning towards the left rather than being a central person, I do like listening to him every now and again, but it's very concerning that not a lot of... there's a lot of people talking about, like, Moist Critical and all of that, but I want to see a lot more people talk about it. I want to see a lot of YouTube channels, because it will affect them as well. Oh, trust me, the word is spreading. As long as the word is spreading, that's good. As long as the word is spreading, it's good. But I want to see more. I want to see... I want to see neighborhood talks about it. I want to see people talking about it. I want to be able to hear it. It's good to see that spreading. But I want to hear, like, me going outside and then people are just talking about the whole thing and how dangerous it's going to be to actually have that law implemented. Yeah, Moist Critical and Asmongold are talking about it. Yes, I've seen their videos on it, which is good. Which is good. I want more than just them, though. They have a large audience base, but sometimes the audience bases are just the same amount of people. I want to see, like, every sort of people on the internet talk about it, because it affects everyone on the internet, not just them themselves. I think people are very focused on the UK side of things, because that was the first one that came out, or the first time that those concerns came about, so everyone's really focused on the UK, but I'll see even more. I want to see I want to see mass hysteria, basically, about the whole situation, because that is just a dangerous, dangerous law to just pass. It's gonna... If everyone thinks that it's already bad enough for your, like, security, your personal security of your information, it's gonna become hell once that law comes to passing. If it ever does. Dear fuck, it does not. Dear fuck, it does not come to pass. Or, the way I said that is wrong. Dear God, that it doesn't pass. Hopefully it comes to pass and it just never is brought up again. Hopefully it's made illegal to pass legislation like that, because that should not be even thought of as a concept, because it's not for children. It really isn't. Just like Moist Critical and Asmongold says. They also introduced another bill called the Screen Act, and it's far worse than the cost one. Oh dear God, what's the Screen Act have? I haven't heard of this one. This is new to me. You'll have to explain it a little bit. Put you there. And this bill makes identity theft easier, but at what cost is my concern? Was the cost to making identity or no, not identity theft. I thought, oh, my brain. I thought my brain read that as identity theft easier to catch, not identity theft easier to occur. What is that Screen Act have? I'm curious. I haven't heard of this one yet. Oh, shit. I'll put you here. Put you there. Right. Oh, wait, that is not where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go down. Yes, do tell. I'm sure you're typing it right now, but please do inform me on what the Screen Act causes. What is the difference between the child safety, other than, you know, like, oh, think of the children bullshit. What's the difference between the two? Is there no way I can disconnect this thing? Hold on. I really gotta get rid of this. I gotta blow up my ship or something to get rid of that. Try going to the top deck and remove it that way. Can't do it with those. Let's try it this way. Okay, I'm on. Let me through. There we go. Where's the turret? Should be right here. There we are. Power? Yeah, there we go. Enter remote. See if I can grab you. Disconnect you. No, you're just a physical entity that doesn't exist at the same time. Cool. It's basically like the Koso one, but not hidden their true interest, and it's or not hiding their true interest. And it's an ID check for everything, Xbox, YouTube, every website, everything, and that means everything. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. That's just a recipe for disaster. That is just a recipe for disaster. I only guess they're going to be lazy about it and have third-party companies take care of all the data, right? and they're just they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want with it. Yeah, fuck that. No. Absolutely not. No. No, no, no. Oh boy, we are in some rough waters today. Texas is already trying to introduce their separate versions too. I'm not surprised that this is coming back up again. I'm really not. And the more as time goes on, the more I think that it's it's going to become inevitable for it to go shit like that to go through, because it's just we keep having fucking old heads thinking that, oh, this is the right thing to do, this is the best plan, oh, we're going to make some money out of this too while we're at it. Oh god, it is just so dystopian and disturbing. Ah, fucking Christ. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to stop it either. There's not... Everyone's too busy fighting each other over certain things. Or just what's right and what's wrong, and not just like, oh, what's going to be a danger to everyone. Like, shit like this. And it's... Oh, dear God. I don't know. I think it's about time that a dystopian future just comes about. It really seems like it. It just really does. The fuck just says there's more? I don't see any more. It's just more and more disturbing as time goes on. It won't just stop it there too. Watch, just you wait. Once they're done with that, they're going to require you to use ID everywhere, just physically. It won't be just online. You're going to need to show your ID just to go to a cafe and order some coffee or something. I swear, that's the next step in that. And YouTube is rolling out their own AI version to where it checks the vids you watch to determine your age. Oh, cool. So you get to decide how old I am? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's correct. Sounds like grounds for a lawsuit to me more than anything. You don't get to decide how old I am. Fuck off. That's just dumb. That is really dumb. Everyone is too gung-ho for AI for all the wrong reasons. It's so disturbing. And really concerning. Whoops, put you back. AI was meant to be a tool. Tool used for everyone to be able to make complex tasks so much simpler, but now everyone's just using it to enforce their own rules because of, oh fuck, I don't know, new technology, new money, haha, well, let's squeeze every bit of penny we can. Oh yeah. This rolls out August 13th. Oh dear God, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Nothing I can really do about that either. No one can do it. There's too much shit going on in the news. There's so many things that are just shotgunning nowadays. Just bam, 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 something new, that it's hard to keep up with it all. And it makes it harder to fight all the shit that just keeps pounding in over and over again. Oh boy. We are... I think it's about time for a reset. Everything's just going to shit. Everything keeps getting compounded over and over and over again. Oh boy, we are in some tough times. Let's put that there. By the way, what kind of ship are you loading up? It looks cool, or is it not a ship? Oh no, it is a ship. It's the one that Halo uses, and a lot of people are using right now, and just keep leaving in the scrap heap. It is the Argo Raft. It is mainly a cargo ship. The outside looks very nice. It's very rustic. You feel like you're a working man, like a trucker. So I like this so far. It's very helpful for this event. It's been very helpful, other than when shit like that happens and I can't put cargo in that one spot. But it's a very nice ship, very useful, very well handling too. So overall, a good ship. I just wish there was a way to fit it out to have more quantum fuel, but a pretty good ship, very good ship. Oh dear God, I need to get this out of here. Come on. Really cool ship, but yeah, a lot of bullshit happening in the world. Not enough time to process it all at once. Come on. I'm gonna deploy you from the back. I'm just gonna disconnect. Let's disconnect you. There we go. Move you to the right. Halo makes this look so much easier. At least Visa and MasterCard are getting their asses kicked. Yeah, no, I heard about that. At least they're getting fucked over for their decisions. They're learning the consequences of their actions, not fucked over for their decisions. They're learning the consequences of their actions. They should realize that hey, it's something that's not illegal. It's not causing anyone any harm or anything, and you're just gonna cause issues for it. Hey, there is repercussions to it. There is repercussions. Watch this kind of thing. This is why a free market exists, is when some company fucks up, and a lot of people don't appreciate the fuck up. This is an opportunity for a lot of other companies to try to make money, get into that whole payment processing system, because MasterCard has drummed up a lot of bad press, and to the point where people just really hate them now. So it gives a good opportunity for another company to rise and just take up its spot. Okay, so I need to destroy my ship if I'm actually going to place this thing down. God damn it. Okay. Alright. That sucks. Let me just put this back then. The Argo Raft is pretty much a self-propelled barge. I like those kind of ships. Yeah, it really is. It's nice. It's amazing to just transport things in. Well, knowing that I can't disconnect this now that it's glitched in here, but it is a really, really nice ship for general purpose, really. I mean, yeah, it's perfect for cargo hauling and stuff, but like general purpose, this ship is just nice. And the interior is not bad, too. Excuse me, got a little burp coming up. But the interior, really nice. Gives it that whole classic aliens ship kind of vibes to it. And it's very cozy too. When you go inside, it's a little slow on the doors, unfortunately, but look at this. It's so nice and cozy. It would have been nice if they added like a little shelf rack here to store stuff that you find throughout your journeys and things like that. But like all this is just nice and cozy. Plenty of storage space here. There's a second floor for engineering and stuff, and for the back to check things out. It's really cool. It's really, really amazing ship. With all the censorship and government overreach, I think it's about time we use the Second Amendment and fight tyranny. Now, don't say that just yet. That could be interpreted as a terroristic threat. that is dangerous to use, but it is starting to get very, very dystopian. Let's see. I need to remove VTOL there. I need to remove my landing gear. Let's get up. You gotta be careful with your words nowadays, because I'm sure there are monitors, even for YouTube, to just see words like that and just ring up 911 immediately on the spot to try to send them your location. But yeah, it is getting very disturbing. And if there are large protests and they become violent, then it just might have to be like that. Like it starts turning violent to where open fire on civilians from the government side to do. That's when it becomes true tyranny right there, and that's when things need to get done. That's when things need to change, or else society is just gonna go to shit. Everything will just fall apart. It's already starting to fall apart at the seams. Let's see. Deliver shipment to the space station. There we go. I'm sure it's not just people in Congress or the Senate or even the president that's really pushing all these kind of identification things. What I think when it comes to all that, I think it's honestly the billionaires just trying to make extra money, as much money as possible for it. And they're just bringing up like new problems. They're creating their own problems to just make extra money for a problem that really doesn't exist. It's so annoying. I'm just getting ahead of the YouTube verification. Well, that's one way to do it. That is definitely one way to do it. But yeah, all these companies starting to use AI just to make an extra buck is starting to just tear so many systems apart at the seams that just makes things calm and relaxing for the world to just for just people to exist, and it's sad. It's really sad to just watch. I really feel that all these changes are being made just for companies and those in the hot upper echelons of wealth to make more money, to become even more powerful. And it's funny because when they do all that, it asks the question like, oh, they're making all this money, how are they going to sell anything to anyone anymore if there's no one else to work and make money to you for you to sell your shit to? It's just very it's like very dumb. It's very dumb just thinking of like what is the end goal in this? There's literally nothing that they can benefit. Go. It doesn't just check the vids you watch, it also sees what you type, who you subscribe to verify your age as well. Really? Really? Weird. Why? Why don't they do that? That is wrong. That is wrong because that doesn't tell you how old someone is. Literally, that doesn't tell anyone how old you are. Oh, you watch this kind of stuff? Oh, you could have, like, that's just so dumb because, for example, right? Like nowadays, people my age, like millennials and all of that, we love fucking watching cartoons still. So you want to watch like cartoons every now and again. Sure, we'll watch a couple of political things every now and again, or just listening to the news, but we love watching our cartoons. So if the thing trips up as like, oh shit, this person likes watching cartoons, they must be 13 years old. No more adult videos for you? Yeah, yeah, sure, that's how that works. AI, yep, you got my age, you caught me. I'm a child who just loves watching SpongeBob, not just coping for the fact that I am starting to get old and I just want to enjoy my childhood youth while I can. Yeah, that's a new. That's just, it's so many things could go wrong with that. Like obviously, there's so many. Like how's it gonna interpret people watching memes like that? It's just so dumb. Like there's no way to process that properly. Really, really dumb. It's a little suspicious that these online safety acts are coming up everywhere around the world, almost like it's planned. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, or not what I'm saying, but that's why I'm thinking that it's gotta be those in the high wealth class that you know, having those little closed door meetings, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, come to this island here real quick. We'll talk about taxes and bullshit. And the bullshit they're talking about is like, what's the best way we can make money? Oh, let's force a problem that doesn't exist and say that's a problem that exists when it really doesn't. Just so we can make more money off of taxpayer bills and all that, so we can have even more money. It just makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me to have these features in place. It is unnecessary. It's unnecessary and it has no benefit that I could see other than to have plausible deniability for issues on the platform and not fixing the issues themselves. Wonder if it will flag me for all the VTubers I've subbed to. Well, the question is, right, like how's it going to interpret like that AI system that they're going to put in place? The biggest question that I have is, because VTubers, technically it's kind of like a cartoonish style, right? Pretty much a cartoon. How is it gonna identify a cartoonish art style? Because there are YouTubers, right, who make content. They do Draw My Life's cartoons and all that. There's animation YouTube channels. So, like, will that interpret cartoons as childish content? Will it start having that issue again where it's just like, oh, it's child content, but it's not, and then it just starts recommending like animated cartoons that are basically adult cartoons because of like violence and shit that is just cartoonized. I'll say that as a word, even though it's not. And it's just going to translate. What will that translate to? Will it end up causing kids to be like, oh, this is a cartoon? No, it is some cartoon dude getting stabbed like 30 times with a rusty edged knife. It's like, how is it gonna, how are they gonna implicate this without causing massive issues? It's just not possible. It's just not gonna work out well. It's gonna go terribly, terribly wrong. It makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Like, I don't see how this can make any common sense. How can it make a financial sense too? Like, how is this? They're putting a lot of money into it, right? To try to they're basically paying. They're paying their time, resources. Google is paying their time and resources to develop a fortune teller, a robotic fortune teller. That's all they are doing when it comes to adding that kind of system. It's like, oh, I can read your future, but not really, because all the data is not like any subsequently analyzed properly. And it's just like, oh, it's bowling. Ah, you're a child. Here, have children videos and not allowed to access adult videos. Or if, oh, you watch this cartoon, you must like these cartoons as well. And again, just another stabbing animation of some sort. It's dumb. It's really, really, really dumb. It makes no financial sense. It's a waste of resources as a company. Like, I don't understand it. Maybe it won't flag me for all the Indian and Asian street massage videos I watch. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, that may qualify under, I don't know, slice of life. Under Google's YouTube AI system, who knows? But it just makes no sense to me. Like, why would you put resources into something like this if it's not going to have any benefit whatsoever and just cause nothing but issues? Like, who decided that this was a good idea? Who thought that? Who in Google, specifically whoever's running the YouTube sector of Google, thought that this was a good idea? It's really just a dumb idea. It makes no sense to me. If I had a louder voice on the platform, I would love to express this viewpoint at all. Like how's this going to help anyone? How's this going to help the company at all? It's just going to make more financial stress onto the platform and just end up ruining YouTube, is how I see it. It's very disappointing. Also, these Online Safety Act bills are being supported by both sides of the political. Okay, yeah, there is definitely some shady shit going on then. It's definitely just a plot to make the rich richer. It has to be. Like, it makes no sense. No one wants this. No one wants this, because those with common sense can understand that. Here's the biggest issue with this, right? Here's the biggest fucking issue. I used to be in the military, right? I used to be a private. I worked up my way to specialist in the military. Had no issues with it. I was a good soldier. I was a good boy. Did my job. Got out, even though they broke me to shit. But I could see how this would cause major fucking problems. Because one, you'll be required to show your ID, right? I've dealt with a lot of stupid people in the military, especially in basic training. And that's where you build up or you lose your stupidity, or where you're supposed to lose your stupidity. If you require if you're going to require soldiers to fucking just because they have to do it too, they'll have to follow the rules because it's all over the internet. Some dumb soldier is gonna fucking use their DOD ID, and then it's gonna be out there in the fucking open, and it's gonna be on the internet, and then anyone could use that soldier's ID to access whatever government system they want and cause major cyber warfare issues and literal issues, and just it will cause such a mass hysteria when it comes to operational security. It's just a bad fucking idea. It really is. I used to work in networking for the military. We are burned this shit into our brains. We are not supposed to do that. That just ruins OPSEC. It is dumb. It is really, really dumb. Also find it funny that people are using the characters from games to get past the face scan. Oh yeah, they're using They're using Death Stranding. Oh fuck! What the hell? I didn't even touch that. Okay, what's his name again? God, is it? What was his name? Was it Norman Reedus? I can't remember the actor's name. He was in The Walking Dead. I can't remember his fucking name. Yeah, they're using his face ID. I'm not good with actors or singers and all that, but they're using his face in the game to get past the ID system, which is hilarious. Oh, think of the children. Oh, look, the children are still accessing porn because they're using a video game character. Oh no, what do we do? It's so dumb. Like it just hurts my brain to wonder why people people in positions of power just have no brain cells, and yet they're still in office. It hurts. It really hurts. Like my brain right now, I feel my brain burning just even talking about this, because it's moronic. It really is moronic to think about, like, oh, this is the best idea we could do. This is the best plan of action for the future. No, it is the worst plan of action for the future. That'll just cause so many more problems in the present. I swear to God, right? It's fucking... Again, with the whole military thing, right? Some dumb private's gonna put their fucking DOD ID, and someone's gonna have access to the nuclear facilities. It's going to fucking happen. It breaks the rules of operational security. The most fundamental rule. Share no information. Share as little information as possible. And only give what is necessary. The TF that was women hating on men was hacked, and all its user ID's location, and one of its users was located in a secret military facility. You're fucking joking. You're gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, the thing is, soldiers are people too, right? Soldiers are just everyday people, but... oh, dear God. That's a little that's a little disappointing, but I'm not surprised, because we're all just ordinary people in the military. We're all soldiers are just people who join the military, who want to serve their country, help get out of debt, or do whatever it is that they need to do. But we all take the oath. But oh boy, that is a major problem. That is a major problem for them, at least. It's not really too much of an embarrassing thing. It's just funny to think about, like, someone in a secret facility is just on the TF, just spilling the beans or not even spilling beans, but just making shit up because they don't like someone. It's just funny to think about, really. See, how much did that go up by? Journal. Wow, that is a lot. I should be doing these missions from now on. What the hell have I been doing? Okay, I'll just keep on doing this mission then. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Let's go to look. Also, get this. One of the lists of things that are going to be censored by COSA is violence against fictional creatures. No joke, that's one of the things it censors. Really? So that's yeah, that's dumb. Okay, I'm gonna blow up my ship real quick. Hold on. But that is really stupid. Let's throw that. Let's just escape out of here. Hopefully, we can get out on time. Let's take the emergency chute. Oh dear God, these fucking doors are slow. Come on. I'm gonna blow up here, aren't I? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's if that's an actual line specifically in the COSA build, then that makes no sense. It would make no sense for... I like thinking on both sides, Democrat, Republican sides, because I like listening to Philip DeFranco, I like listening to Asmongold, I like listening to both sides, right? But when you think about it, a lot of times when you hear on the Republican side of things, people always want to say think of the children and bullshit, but that just ruins one of the main things for people who vote on that side. Hunters, right? Hunters have simulators and stuff like that, so that way they can practice their hunting skills in case they want to go hunting, but they don't want to spend the ammunition, spend the like shit tons of dollars just buying rounds to practice with to go hunting. But that just ruins the simulation, like video games for hunting and online simulations that people would have to like practice their hunting skills and shit. So that just that would should pass by anyone on the Republican side, because if you're hurting small animals, that includes hunting. Like that terminology is too broad. And the thing is, there's already things in place to where, oh, if someone's causing animal abuse, that's already illegal. We have people on the FBI who are constantly monitoring things 24/7, and once it gets reported, or not even get reported, if it's even seen by someone who's like monitoring the internet, like, oh, throw this guy in prison real quick. It's just, it makes no sense. It really makes no sense. Let me try to think of it on the Democratic side, or the Democratic side. Let me try to think of their viewpoint. They want this to protect kids, blah 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 blah, etc. But also, it would affect everyone. Just everyone losing their identification. Everyone's gonna get fucking hacked. Everyone's gonna lose their social security. Everyone's gonna lose their pensions, because everyone's going to be stealing their IDs from foreign countries. They're just going to, oh, hey, let me just gain access to the server, take a couple of bits of this information here, steal their identification visuals because, oh, this company forgot to do their monthly deleting reports because some intern was like, oh, fuck it, I'm leaving for today. It's dumb. It's really dumb. If I could honestly just go to the not the upper echelons, if I could just have a seat for like 5 minutes in Congress and just speak publicly, I would love to let them know how dumb of an idea it would be to sign such a thing. It's so frustrating that I can't do shit about it. It really is. It's so dumb. In the UK Online Safety Act, talking about anti-immigration, immigration is one of them. Yeah, I heard about the whole thing where they're censoring the anti-immigration protests, which is something that they should be allowed to do. If the people don't like immigration, then they should be allowed to protest it, and they shouldn't be censored for that shit. It's their opinion. But the UK is fucking doing whatever the fuck they want nowadays, so I don't fucking know. And it's not the people's fault. It's not the UK people's fault. It's just those old fucks in power, just like, oh, this is a good idea. All my years of knowledge of not knowing fucking shit. It's the same everywhere. It's everyone everywhere. It's just all the old fucks everywhere, just not understanding basic common sense when it comes to technology anymore. It's so annoying, so disappointing. Okay, there we go. Now let's go. These bills are being proposed by people that don't know how the internet works. I don't think it's being caused by people who... I don't think it's being proposed by the people that don't know how the internet works. I think it's being proposed by people who know how the internet works, and the people who are voting on it, not the people who are voting on it, the few people, the representatives that are to vote on it, have no knowledge of what the fuck they're even voting on. Because you heard it last time, right? The big beautiful bill that passed, the big shitty bill. A lot of the fucking senators and congressmen, just one of them is a lot, but a couple of them said that they voted on shit without reading it, and it's frustrating. Oh god, why am I turning into a political channel? Jesus Christ. But it's just so frustrating. I hate it so much. It's annoying. Like, these are the people that are supposed to be making decisions, but they don't have any form of common sense. And it's so fucking frustrating. I would curse so much on the House floor if I was to speak in front of Congress about the issues that it would cause. I would not fucking let my mouth shut. I would just be cursing like a goddamn sailor. Also in the UK, there are already fake websites that are using the age verification to steal info. Yep. That's already happening too. Fucking, not a Trojan horse, but the old bait and switch. I forgot what kind of hacking that was called. My memory sucks on the hacking terminology. But yeah, just literally using something similar, something that looks legitimate to. It's kind of like phishing in a way. No, not phishing. God, there's a specific term for that form of hacking. I don't give a shit what it's called, but yeah, it's where you just say, oh, this is the website. This is legitimate. It has all the things. It has a government seal on it, so it has to be legit, right? No, it's not. It's fake. It's by this company that's supposed to be the company, but no, it's off by like one letter, and everyone loses their fucking information. It's I'm gonna say it. It's retarded. It's just completely retarded. I know people don't like that word, but it is just so retarded. It's like people putting these bills into place have no brain cells, and it's very disappointing. Where's the last? Oh wow. Okay. I think it was Aberdeen. I just don't remember where. Oh shit. All right. Let's. Okay. Why is that like that? Just got to exit the ship then. But yeah, it's so dumb. It's so frustrating, and I hate the fact that I'm living in a world where this shit just continues. And it's funny, right? Like, these bills are already causing more harm than good. Yeah, they are. Well, people realize that this is not about left or right. It's about people versus the government. It's not just the people of government. It's people versus the rich and powerful, really. That's what it is at this point. Because I know for fucking sure the rich people are trying to capitalize on this situation by adding these systems or creating sub companies or buying out companies to do this kind of business for them and just make them a shit ton more money. Doesn't matter what party they are your enemy. Yeah, no, it's just it's like those old cartoons, right? Where you have people being puppeted on a string. The rich, wealthy, and the ones with all the power up there, they're the ones pulling the strings on the people who have the seats. And the thing is, they've paid for those people to have those seats. They endorsed them. They sent them money so they can collect those seats to be able to make these decisions, right? So it's not just those people who are making the votes. It is those who put those people in place to vote for them over the people who are living day to day in this hellhole. It's just so frustrating. Oh, let's go ahead and cancel the current contract here. Now the ship is fixed, we'll do a better job this time.
Carmichael here. You have an obligation to Hurston
Blah,
and
blah,
to
blah, blah,
me
blah.
to finish a contract.
Yeah, shut up, Carmichael. I don't care. But it's so frustrating. It really is. And another thing, right? Like, all this shit's being going down. I don't remember how old you said you were, Ono. I think you were something like mid to late 20s, right? The thing is, we were my age, the millennial age. We were born into having the internet develop right before our eyes. So we had all these TV ads, all these videos, right? All these commercials saying how to be safe on the internet, because the internet was a dangerous place. So there's always these PSAs: don't talk to strangers, be careful what you look for on the internet. You always had your parents telling you, like, oh, don't be careful when it comes to these websites and all that. And don't just go to random websites. Be smart about being on the internet. Don't share yourself or anything like that. But the people who said that, they're just allowing this shit to go through for no reason, and I don't understand why. It's just ridiculous. They're just going back on what they said. They're not practicing what they're preaching. Where's the large one? Oh, my brain is getting a headache now. Not only do we have to contend with COSA, the Screen Act, Texas Age Verification Act, and Texas Anime Bill. Yeah, no, all that shit. But we also have to contend with people just read the headlines and not do any research at all. Yeah. And it's interesting to me, right? People don't read the headlines And a lot of it is because people just don't have the time to do the headlines because there's so many responsibilities coming up. So many people being forced to just spend their time working and all of that. So I feel like it's all just like I gotta be a little conspiracy theorist here, but I feel like it's all just a master plan where, oh, no one's getting money, right? So everyone's forced to work longer hours. So they don't have their own personal time to do what they want or to do their own research on things. And so then, oh, now this is the perfect opportunity for shit to go down to where since people are just busy surviving, that we could just start putting all of these laws in place that benefit us who want to make more money and just have a lot more power and just have things that want to go our way and not the people who are struggling, the majority of people who are just living life just struggling to even survive. It's like all some kind of like just a major fucking scheme sometimes. That's what it just feels like to me. And the COSA bill wouldn't have to be a thing if parents would just parent their kids. Yeah, no, that is that is so true. Like everyone else says, if just why do we have to babysit other people's kids? It's their responsibility. It's their kids. They should be the one taking care of them. They should be the one watching over them and guiding them through the internet, and not everyone else. It's why are you punishing me for someone else's bullshit? I don't want to raise your kids. Leave my internet out of it. We're just enjoying it as is. We know the rules. Teach the rules to your kids. It's frustrating. It really is. God, I'm going to have to use my medical taser here in a bit because my head gets started to just go crazy just thinking of all the stupidity. Oh, the West is a headline. Yeah, a lot of things happen on the West. At least for me, at least for my conscious things, like a lot of things where California just has so many gun laws that it just makes things impossible for people to protect themselves. That's my major thing when it comes to stuff going on in the West. But I'm not too knowledgeable in the West, so I can't really say much about that. Speaking of which, apparently there is a major earthquake, 8.7 magnitude earthquake in Russia that occurred. And now there's a severe tsunami warning coming in to Hawaii. Like everyone's being warned, like there's could be potentially major tsunami coming in. So if definitely keep your eyes on the news for that, because if you can donate for that situation, because Hawaii's been getting fucked really hard lately. Like first a fucking volcano and now a potential tsunami coming up. Like this shit's getting real fucked for Hawaii. People, they just can't catch a break. Society, that's why false accusation thrives in the West. I can see false accusations always happening. It's not just the West. It's honestly everywhere at this point. It's just everyone's just throwing shit out and seeing what sticks, really. Everyone's just throwing shit out there and seeing what sticks. That's really what's going on. Let's go ahead and put this here. Okay, can't put two. We'll just move all these to the warehouse then. Exceed capacity. Okay, fine. We'll just do this. Okay, that one's broken. Fuck. Let's see which one's not broken then. I'll go to that one. That one looks like it's working. I find it funny and sad, like the Idiocracy movie anime has its own version, and it's the anime where dirty jokes don't exist. Oh boy. It is very funny and sad. And it's funny because life is really just imitating art at this point, where the world is going to start slowly becoming like the Idiocracy movie. It's really going to get really, really, really bad. Things can be awesome, but the way things are going, it seems like things are just going to turn into the movie Idiocracy itself, because, well, you have the biggest factor in all of this, right? So many changes are happening so quickly. It's just like It's kind of like how when the train was developed, so many major changes happened, and once manufacturing was a thing, so many changes happened all at once. But with AI, it's a whole different ball game because it removed a lot of jobs when it came to automation and factory work, right? All that shit went away because there's just a more efficient way of getting things done. And sure, it got rid of a lot of jobs for people here, and it just completely removed the manufacturing business in the U.S. almost entirely. There's like a couple, I'm sure, but when it comes to AI, it's removing a whole new factor of work, of the constant cycle of work hard, make money, buy stuff, repeat the cycle. It's cutting off another sector of the cycle all over again with no solution to fill in the gap, because in the US, right, they had manufacturing go away because of automation services, and so we automatically switched to a service-based workforce. Like, we just create services, we create apps and all that. It's all services, no longer manufacturing and physical item based. But with AI, it removes that from a factor, and there's just nothing to replace that. There's no other form of work that can be done after service work has been replaced and manufacturing has been replaced. The only thing left is literally nothing. There will be nothing left, and so it just leaves the question of what's next. And then it's like, now no one can have experience. No one really cares for education because no one needs an education more because there's no jobs available. And then it just leads to everyone's slowly starting to turn into the movie of Idiocracy, because there's like nothing left to adapt on. There's nothing left to work on. There's nothing to allow people to improve. There's nothing. It's just over. It's literally just gonna have to turn into where the rich have to fight each other just to gain resources, and we're just gonna go back to the caveman era, really. Just fighting for survival. It's disturbing. If you try to think far into the future, all of it's just nothing but issues and chaos. Let's go and switch to... Oh, wrong one. There we go. Go back to that. See, I also find it funny because there's a VTuber I watch called Kershi, and every time she goes on vacation to see family, the world decides to shit a brick, and she's going to have a field day with all of this. Oh yeah, no, that VTuber is definitely going to have a field day with this shit. It's so... on the only bright side right now is that, it creates plenty of content for people to make, for people to speak about, for people to come together on, but at the same time, it's not worth that kind of issue. It's so problematic. Large vessel under attack? Yeah, right, can't do that. Do you again. God, I hate having to reset these because the elevators are broken. In her community, it's a meme every time she leaves. The world ends. Oh boy, yeah, it's... Oh boy. And don't even get started how Thailand and what's his name are having a conflict right now. Oh, I forgot. It starts with a B. Yeah, we're having another two nations. Luckily, they're not nuclear nations having beef, but two nations having beef with each other now. Oh boy. It's just one thing after another. Oh boy. Let's go ahead. Deliver shipment. No, I need to collect, which is up north. Yep. There we go. Where's this? Aberdeen again? No, Ariel. Okay, much better. Hopefully the elevators work this time. There was just an update today, and it's still, the elevators are fucking broken. It just never ends. It was Cambodia? Okay. Okay, I was wrong. It didn't start with the B. It started with the C. I'm not an expert in this shit, but... The conflict is starting to die down. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness that it's starting to die down. We cannot say, oh yeah, shit's good now though, because it's just one little incident, right? One little fucking incident from either side to cause major diplomatic issues and have the conflict start up all over again. But it's good to see that everyone's starting to cool off a little bit. Let's just hope it doesn't turn into another Korean War situation where people are killing each other over chopping down a fucking tree and making things get worse. But yeah, it's things just keep happening, and it just sucks because I'm sure that everyone feels this way. Everyone feels helpless to not be able to make a change, to have things go for the better, because it's just not possible. I really want to just call up my congressman to just be like, hey, yo, this whole COSA bullshit that you are planning, right? Yeah, that's who's the congressman for Texas? I don't know who they are. I'll have to look up their information and contact them, but I don't know if they'll fucking listen to me of all people, just a rando living in Texas, but they should. They should. I voted for them, so they should listen to me. Oh dear God, someone else is fucking taking up the halls. Try to get in here fast and not try to slam into anyone. Okay. Try checking here. Go on this one. Yeah, I really just want to call up the governor for Texas and be like, yo, this is not a smart idea in just multiple fucking ways. It's still going, but not as hectic. Okay. Yeah, it's just gonna take one person making one split-second decision to just reignite the fury of both sides all over again. That's really all it takes. It's just there's so many people, and it just takes one person to reignite the flares of anger. It's going to happen. Luckily, that's not our issue to deal with, right? Like, we don't have to... They can fight it out themselves. They can settle their issues on their own. It's not something for the U.S. to get involved in, unless it's, like, really, really starting to heat up to where it starts becoming to, what's it called? Proxy wars. It starts turning into a proxy war with other countries. Let's just hope it doesn't come to that. God, these fucking elevators aren't working today. Am I gonna have to switch to the Asian server or something? What the hell is happening? This better not be taking down my journal progress, I swear to God. This better not. It's not. Thank goodness. From what I know, the conflict started because of the borderline that the French drew from over 200 years ago. Yeah, that's what everyone's saying so far. I would not be surprised. I'm not surprised about that. When it comes to borderlines, right? It's a real issue because it's not a line that both countries decided on. It's something that a previous country who ruled over them decided upon. And also, it's an issue of space, really. So, everyone, just like what Russia started, they wanted more space. There's a lot more people being born into the world. You need more space and more resources to be able to have just more people or just to be able to fill in the capacity of resources required to take care of the people of the nation. So you're going to want to try to take more land or dispute more land so that way you can get more resources for your people. And the other side's going to be like, no, this is our land, or this is our resources as well, so this is for us. And we didn't draw this line, and I didn't draw this line. And it just starts, it starts there, and then it just becomes a bitter argument. Kind of like how, I don't want to say this to be mean, but kind of like how you and Halo were having political disputes. It just starts becoming a fight of beliefs, and then it just turns into a fucking mess. That's what it's slowly turning into. That's how this stuff goes down. And it just gets hectic. and it just becomes a mess. And it doesn't help, right, that the planet's heating up, right? We can all agree that global warming is a thing and the world is heating up, and that makes things worse because it just makes people more hot-headed. Science shows that when you're in heat, people become more upset, more aggressive, more agitated because the heat just irritates us. No one likes to be hot, no one likes to be cold. But I'm starting to think that it's becoming a factor when it comes to disputes between other countries because everyone is getting angrier because it's getting so hot out. It's just going to make their irritation because of the heat, causing their irritation that would probably be a little more died down if things were just so hot. It'd probably be a little more died down. Not a lot, but just being able to keep people at least level-headed. Look at the bright side. I don't like how Trump handled the Epstein stuff, but recently he interviewed the Prime Minister of the UK and called out his censorship. That is a good thing. That is a real good thing. It was very funny to watch the interview to where he's just over. He did a good thing when he did that, right? But as a person, Trump. I'm not a fan of Trump personally. But that's just me. But he does some good things, like you said right there. He said that he's upset about the censorship. I wish he would say that he would say something about our censorship as well. That's currently trying to get passed into law, which would be nice if he said something about that. It'd be really cool if he did something like that. But he talked a lot over the UK, right? Like, when he was speaking with the Prime Minister and they were doing the interviews, he would like overstep and talk, and that's something that he likes to do a lot. But for me personally, I'm a more of a sit back, listen to what the other side has to say, see what shit they're going to spew out of their mouth, or see what common ground that or what good common sense they can spew out of their mouth is, because there's a lot of bad things with some people, but you can find some good things that you can integrate in yourself. Like, take what they can say, see if it's a good or bad thing, and if it's a good thing, oh, I could just take that and use that for my side and see what we could do with that, right? But he just over talked too much, and that can just lead to consequences like how shit's being dealt with the Epstein shit. If you talk so much, you're gonna slip up and say some shit that you shouldn't be saying, or just not handle things properly. But don't get your hopes up. Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm really not. I've lost a lot of hope in humanity.
I need people I can depend on.
Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm not losing anything by canceling these contracts here. But eventually, if you talk too much, you're going to spout out something that you shouldn't say. And I bet you he's going to say something else. He already said a couple of things when he was talking about Epstein and the whole island shit before he became president, right? Like, if he wanted to save his own ass, like he's trying to do right now, he wouldn't have said that shit back then. But, hey, I don't know. That's just that's how some people are. They just like to talk. But I do appreciate that he's, like, calling the Prime Minister out on his whole censorship bullshit. That's a really good thing. Like, you're on the UK is supposed to be like a free country, but if you're censoring shit, how free can you really be? That's just like Fahrenheit 51 all over again. Not burning books, but just burning access, or burning the distribution of information. Not letting people come up with their own conclusions. Also in the UK, possibly the US Xbox is rolling out ID verification to play games to comply with the Online Safety Act. Microsoft, why? This is fucking stupid. It's hypocritical when you think about that, right? Because Xbox, they don't fucking sell the Xbox games to children. Like they know they're selling the games to children. They have all these TRM rated games that they create, right? They know they're not just selling it to adults. They know they're just not selling it to teens. They have to know for sure that moms are buying it for their little kids off of daddy's credit card just to be able to get the game for them and to not raise their children. Just to have a distraction for the child so they don't have to care about raising them, causing us to have issues, right? And it's it's so hypocritical of them to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna need age verification to make sure you're allowed to play this game. Yeah, fucking right. You don't care about that. You just want to make the money. You're gonna use this for your AI shit because you feel like you're not raising enough money off of just selling some shit to kids. And you're just going to use kids as a disguise to just get more single family parents and just more parents in general to go along with the act. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. And that's why a lot of people aren't having kids. That's why a lot of people aren't having kids, because shit just keeps getting more and more disappointing that it's like, oh shit, yeah, I'm not going to have kids anymore because, one, I can't afford it because it's too much money to pay for a child nowadays because no one's getting paid enough. Two, it's just a shitty future. I don't see a promising future at all. Why would I want to have kids? There's a human blocking the elevator. Okay. Interesting. I guess that's an example of a body blocking the elevator. But yeah, no, it's very hypocritical of Xbox to be like, oh yeah, no, this is going to be for the children. This is going to help make sure that kids aren't getting access to games that they're not supposed to be playing. Yeah, fucking right. I'm just going to go get mommy's purse real quick, scan her ID and be like, oh yeah, that's me. That's how I'm playing this game. Mom, can I use your ID real quick so I can play this violent video game? Yeah, just no, that's not going to fucking work, Microsoft. Steam better be against doing that shit. I swear if Steam fucking does that shit, I have no hope. If Xbox forces Steam to have something like that just to be allowed to have Xbox, they better not. I know Gabe Newell is a very sensible man, so I'm sure he'll be against that bullshit. But still, it's so frustrating. There's no other way. Hold on a second, hold on. Give me one moment. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to bang your vehicle. I'm gonna go grab my medical taser because my brain is just heating up, just thinking of all the bullshit that's happening. I'm cursing a lot, but I'm cursing because I am frustrated. And I was a soldier, so I basically curse all the time. But hold on, let me get my medical taser. Oh, fuck. Hello, medical taser. Let's get you used for the day. Oh boy. Oh shit, you better not be hitting my vehicle there, buddy. There we go. Got the medical gel on there. Are you okay, Chica? Chica was fucking suffocating there for a second. Better now. Let's see, I find it funny that Texas rolled out age verification for foreign websites last year, but Rule 34 is still not complying. I still have my Rule 34. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't see how they're gonna be able to enforce that. Really, I don't see why that's still going. But that's funny. Yeah, roll out that law. It's not being enforced. Looks like some people are doing their job. Yeah, sure. I don't blame you. I'm pissed as well. That's why I came here to vent. By all means, this is a place to vent. This is a place to chill. If you need to vent to be able to relax, by all means, go for it. I'm honestly starting to think I should just call the governor of Texas and inform him why these bills are so stupid. I really do. And I hope he invites me to speak on the fucking House floor to let them know how stupid it is. I really do, because that's... it's so dumb. Let's see. Why is this not... Let's go. Turn you on. Hold on, I'm trying to get this thing to work properly. I keep forgetting how to use this. Oh, there we go. 35th, yet. Should take a couple seconds to be ready to use. Unless this thing's broken. Oh, right, I gotta push the buttons. I forgot. I forgot there's extra buttons on this. Let's see, I believe I was on a level 15 for this thing last time. There we go. Sorry, I'm gonna be sitting here for 2 minutes using this thing, but this was prescribed to me by my doctor for anxiety and for my headaches, for my sleep. It just helps me relax, so I'm gonna be using this for at least 2 minutes. I need to be using it more often, but I keep forgetting to. Oh boy. Things are really nice. Oh, but yeah, things are just so stupid. I really would like to. Like, if I could just have an opportunity to explain why the COSA Act, at the very least to explain why the COSA Act is a really stupid fucking idea, I would eat my heart out and curse like a sailor on the floor. Oh, there we go. Now it's hitting the nerve it's supposed to hit. Oh, man. I also find it funny that there are people that were pro-censorship, but when the thing they liked got censored, now they're anti-censorship. Censorship should just not be a thing at all, other than for, you know, like things for common sense, right? Like, no one should be able to have child porn, make that shit. No one should be able to just fucking... No child should be able to see that stuff, and a parent would do the job of making sure the child is safe. That's the whole reason why COSA shouldn't exist, because the parents are supposed to be raising their fucking child. See, is this thing done? Yeah, it's done. Can't tell when the beef goes off sometimes. Alright, I gotta turn this off before it runs out of power. Give me a moment. Gotta get myself a paper towel to clean it off now. Yeah, censorship should not be. That's the whole reason why books. It was already talked about before, right? Like, books, they were being destroyed, burned, and all that because people didn't like the knowledge is power and bullshit, and they just didn't like how certain books are being made, or like what are in certain books, like Fahrenheit 451. Read the dystopian of all the books and knowledge being destroyed because they were outlawed, because they had certain viewpoints that people didn't like. But when you do that, we start living in dystopia. Books literally warned us about this shit back when we were in school, before all this shit started to happen. It's just another cycle of just restricting information that will literally just cause mass chaos. It feels like life is just repeating itself over and over again, and it's so fucking annoying. It just never ends. We could just never catch a break. I miss being a child because I wouldn't have to worry about all this shit, but now I'm an adult and I have to stay worrying about this shit. This guy gonna finish moving? Yeah, he finished all this shit. Okay, I'm taking a spot next. Yeah, it's there are people like that too. There are people who think that censorship is a good thing. Halo Halo doesn't believe that, luckily. He he was a little deterred at first because of, you know, unsightly things being around, like, oh, the rape stuff on Steam and shit. But he's come around and be like, yeah, censorship is a bad thing. But there are people out there that who will not listen to that. There are people out there who will not listen to that and just still are gung-ho all about it, and just even when their own shit's gonna get censored, I swear the shit that they like gets censored, they're still gonna be like all for it. Yeah, this is still a good thing. There are gonna be those idiots out there. I don't mean to be an asshole and say they're idiots, but they're just, it like defies the common understanding and basic sense. Sorry, Halo, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I don't mean to harp on you. I'm just reminiscing on like the whole situation from before when we were having that whole dispute in the chat. But like, it's the closest thing I could connect to if you're ever hearing this, Halo. Move this hydrogen fuel out of the way. Move this Atlas suit out of the way because it's frustrating. Alright, let's get everything out here. Why is it not... Why can't I click on anything? Is it because I have the gun out? Yeah, it's because I have the gun out. It always does that. I hate that. There we go. Okay, just move this up then. That's a little weird. With all this sad news about censorship, there's Japanese office lady putting on a smile, or people are putting a smile on people's faces on Twitter. Oh, that's a good thing. At least there's some good news coming out today. There's at least something that'll make people smile. Just gonna grab this. As long as there's something that makes people happy, that's a good thing. But goddamn it, it's so hard for me to smile when thinking about just, oh, shit's falling apart. Let's see, put this here. Nope, move to the right more. There we go. Actually, let's move you left so I don't have you causing issues when placing the other one down. Let's see, John Della Rose, don't know who that is pro-censorship, furry, Christian, and when you call him out, he'll say you're attacking Christianity. You're attacking Christianity. He is, sounds like he is... Sounds like he just doesn't... I don't want to be mean about it, but just... To me, he doesn't want to think ahead. Like, he doesn't want to see what repercussions could be had in the future. Doesn't want to see... Doesn't want to be able to see what an outcome could be for their actions, which a lot of people don't do nowadays. People don't think about what actions could cause what in the future, but I don't know. That poor naive fool. You gotta at least, right? You gotta at least have a conversation. If you don't have a conversation about it and just say, oh, you're just attacking this specific, you're attacking this thing, so you're specifically attacking this thing that I'm in favor for, instead of just having a conversation about, see what the pros and cons are about things and what issues that can cause in the future, and see whether or not it's worth it. We're supposed to have conversations. That's what it's like to be human. That's what it's like to make decisions. That's what it's like to live in a world where things can coexist. You can't just go out and say, no, I don't want to hear it, and just think that that's okay, because that doesn't lead to anything other than just pure chaos, because now you're just fighting without thinking. You're just thinking about something else, like thinking about what can happen. He's a grifter in a true sense. Okay, yeah, that would make sense then. Too many grifters nowadays. It's very annoying and tiring. It's very interesting too, right? Since you're speaking about him. Not specifically about him. I don't know who the fuck he is, and I'm glad I don't. But I'm starting to see a lot more Christian things going on YouTube. Not like Christian things exactly, but I'm not a Christian person, right? I don't watch stuff. My parents used to be all that kind of, or not my parents. My mom used to be really into that stuff because she was Filipino, right? So they're really big into Christianity. I never got into it, but I've been seeing a lot more shorts being recommended to me for like Christianity stuff, and I didn't like look at any of that before on my channel, but a lot of that I'm starting to see a lot of it on shorts, so I'm starting to think that a lot of that shit's being pushed out. And if we know from history, right, or not to rag on the people who believe in Christianity and all that, but a lot Christian history was an extremely messy one. It's a little good. I'm a little curious to see whether or not it's gonna bring back those ancient values, because a lot of it's being pushed out. There's a lot more religious zealots being just more out in the open too, and just freely expressing just restrictions on people because of their religious beliefs, and that's getting a little concerning. So that's another thing to worry about too. Ugh. We also call you pedophile for calling out problems with Kosa. Okay, yeah, he is a grifter then. He is definitely a grifter for not seeing the issues with Kosa. They're just rats adapting to the times. It's so disturbing. I don't mean to just like rag on billionaires a lot, right? Just bully on the rich. Because they're people too. At least some of them are. But grifting, right? That wouldn't be such a prevalent problem if people can get paid fair enough wages to be able to make a living off of the job that off of a simple job that they can do. People can hate a job, but if they're getting paid well enough, they won't need to resort to grifting. A lot of grifting is increased because people want to make a big bank. A lot of people want to make the big bucks, and grifting is one of the ways to do it. A lot of people make a shit ton of money off of just being grifters, liars, and bullshit artists, right? But if just that shit wouldn't be a problem if billionaires would just start paying people more and not just resorting to AI to replace people's jobs. It would just make things a lot more calmer. People wouldn't need to be grifting. People wouldn't need to be spouting bullshit out of their mouths just to try to make extra money or to try to get rich off of it. This is where the little democratic side of me comes out, right? Like, I would like to see a lot, not taxes on the billionaires, or I would like to see taxes actually. I would like to see a form of a tax on billionaires to where if they are not paying, like, one, the minimum wage definitely needs to increase, right? Like, the federal minimum wage needs to increase. I don't know by what amount, but it needs to increase. But if companies don't, like, if companies have CEOs that are making a shit ton more money, like a certain percentage, we'll say above double, not above double, like at the very least above triple of what the minimum wage employee is making, and the CEO isn't making the minimum wage of the company, or the CEO is making more than 3 times the minimum wage that a general employee is, at the lowest level employee is making, then they should get taxed the fuck out of them, because it's causing so many issues right now. That's what I'm seeing. Like, personally, I'm seeing that's what's causing a lot of issues, that the spread of wealth has reduced severely and drastically. There's another person like John, and she is called Melanie Mack. She's pro-censorship too. Oh boy. And just not when it comes to her Lara Croft games. Oh, that's a little... That sounds hypocritical to me then. So... You're all for censorship. I'm guessing from that phrasing, right? I'm guessing the censorship should... The censorship she's agreeing upon is like scantily clad females in video games, but she doesn't want Lara Croft. That's a little bit hypocritical, if you ask me. That's what it sounds like. So I'm gonna guess that's what you're saying there, or what her form of censorship she agrees with is. Let's see, put that there. I don't think taxes should be a thing. Yeah, back then taxes definitely weren't a thing. Let me see. Let me think my thoughts about taxes, because for me personally, I do think taxes should be a thing, just not the way that they're implemented right now, right? Because at least this is my train of thought. Taxes are used to repair the roads. Taxes are what's used to keep society stable, in a sense. At least that's what's supposed to be. Not doing that right now, obviously, but a lot of frustration from taxes is because a lot of us, that's just the lower end, are paying a shit ton of taxes. Taxes is what helps makes roads maintained so we can go to work. Taxes is what funds research into what can cause plagues, viruses. Taxes is what funds our national defense, aka military shit. I could see that from my perspective. That's probably my just personal bias because I was in the military, right? So it helps pays for that. It was supposed to help pay for our retirement, right? Once we get old, our 401k. But yeah, that's not helping anymore. It's basically gonna go away by the time we all reach our fucking retirement age, supposedly, once the research is done, or from the current research. But I honestly think it's just the way taxes have been implemented that it's causing major issues. I can understand you thinking taxes shouldn't be a thing. It would make things a hell of a lot less complicated, but in all honesty, if I see that, I could see in the just thinking about what could happen if taxes were removed, it would just become utter chaos because it'll be like the Wild West all over again, where people are going to be shooting each other just every other day because there's no form of security other than yourself, right? So there's no going to be common sense, or not common sense, I'm using that word too much. There's not going to be a common form of protection that, even though it's not as effective as it could be, where police officers show up and a lot of officers can end up not being there on time, so we have to defend ourselves, right? But it does help reduce the amount of crime in the area because there's a presence, just like how there's a presence of people having a firearm, so that way it prevents people from prevents people from doing stupid shit. If taxes are going to if taxes are going to be a thing, at least make it to where they tell you how much you owe actually, instead of finding out for yourself. Yeah, that's another thing, right? So I'll harp on that first. That should have been a thing a long time ago. I'm gonna say this again. I just really, I don't know why it always leads to me ragging on the rich, but if I recall correctly, a lot of the tax companies, right, the people who do the taxes for us, they lobbied the government to be able to keep their companies afloat by disapproving the government from being able to send you how much you owe in taxes yourself, since they already have that information. But I'm pretty sure the government was lobbied to high hell from those companies, so that way they could keep their company afloat and their jobs necessary when it's completely unnecessary, right? Get on a landing gear. Oh, whoops, wrong button there. But they lobby that so that way, oh shit, we could still keep this company floating even though it's completely unnecessary. So yeah, that should absolutely be a thing. And I hope that once the next generation of congressmen, senators, and all that come into place, that they go and be like, yeah, no, this is stupid. Let's go fix this real quick. And they already have the information, so they should be able to set it. But again, it's just corporate lobby. For me personally, I believe that's the corporate lobbying that's causing these kind of issues, to where it can make things so much more simple. But no, it's become a fucking hassle just so people can make more money. God, it really sounds like I hate billionaires, but I just see a lot of the problems are just coming from rich people just wanting to be greedy. That's where I'm seeing a lot of these issues coming from. Go to this common rate real quick to make traveling easier. Set course for you. Hold on, I could take this OM here to make it a little easier. But second thing on taxes, right? It's what funds a lot of the public services. So without taxes, a lot of things would be even shittier than they are today. So I think it's just the way the taxes are being implemented, and that they keep changing the implementation for things. It just makes things worse. I need to do research on the big beautiful bill, right? But there are sides on both sides, from both Democrat and Republicans information circles, saying that the taxes, it did hey, they removed the taxes when it comes to what's it called? I keep forgetting the word. Keep forgetting words. Remove taxes for tips, right? But they also increase taxes for other things and reduce taxes for those who those who are high in finances, high in riches, to pay less taxes, so they don't have to pay their fair share, really. And so it just puts a lot more stress onto the general Joe Schmo like me and you. And so it just leaves it more of a struggle. It causes people to hate taxes even more, right? It creates a vicious cycle where people who aren't making enough money to survive, we are starting to have to pay more in taxes, while those who can easily pay more in taxes, they don't have to. They're getting to pay less in taxes, and that just causes a cycle where those, to a lot of us, since there's a lot of us who don't make a lot of money to survive, right? It causes us to want to have more reductions in taxes, and then, oh, there's a new bill enforced, and then we're like, oh yes, please, it's supposed to reduce our taxes, but there's like hidden things inside of it that's like, oh yeah, it's gonna reduce your taxes in this way, and we'll just make a big noise about how it reduces your taxes in this way. And then when it comes to like the little hidden secret pieces that are hidden inside the bill, it says, oh no, you're going to get increased taxes on all these other things instead as well, and we're just going to reduce the taxes for those who don't really need those tax reductions. So yeah, it is, at least that's how I see how taxes are. That's how I see things to be changed for taxes, and that's how many problems are being caused by taxes, and a lot of frustration with them. As well as to include the whole bullshit of, hey, you decide on, you got to send us how much money we're supposed to pay in taxes, so we don't have to deal with the whole finagling of going to a third-party company to figure out how we're supposed to pay our own taxes. Like that shit needs to get done pronto. Needs to get out of there. Property tax shouldn't be a thing. You need to actually own your land or house. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. Because I'm a disabled veteran, I completely agree with that. That shouldn't be a thing, to where you have to pay. You already purchased the land. If anything, like if they're going to make a big spur out of it, I don't know. Hold on. Let me think my thoughts on this, because this is an interesting thing. I never really thought about like property taxes. A lot of property taxes are being used to school funds, or fund schools, right? Like that's the main reason why people have property taxes, to fund schools and the local stuff, right? But a lot of that stuff is being distributed to private sectors now, private schools. So all that tax money is starting to go to private schools rather than the public schools it's supposed to help out. So now it just feels like a large scam to deal with property taxes. It doesn't help that, oh, I just bought this house, so I should own the area so I don't have to deal with I shouldn't be taxed on owning the place since I just bought it, right? Like that's the biggest issue with taxes. I bought this house, I shouldn't be needing to pay taxes for it. And now all of a sudden, like, oh, I'm still paying taxes for this even though I bought it. It causes major frustration. Like, I paid what, we'll say a minimum of $300,000, and now I have to pay $2,000 in taxes, and it only increases every year. It increases every year that the property value goes up, and I'm not getting increase in pay at all, no matter what, and the fucking minimum wage is not increasing at all. Yeah, no, it makes you feel like you're being leeched, really, when it comes to that. I paid off my dues, and yet I'm still paying for this, even though I'm not getting increase in pay at all. Yeah, that's yeah, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, property taxes shouldn't be a thing. If they want to use property taxes as an excuse to pay for education, then just say it's a education tax to fund education. Make it that thing. I don't know. Now, I paid for the house. I shouldn't need to keep paying for it over and over again. Luckily, since I'm a disabled veteran, here in Texas, I don't have to worry about that since I'm 100% disabled due to not being able to sleep properly and a whole slew of other issues. But yeah, property taxes shouldn't be a thing. If it's gonna be, I bought the property. At the very least, if you're gonna have complications to where it's gonna reduce funding for like schools and stuff, might as well increase the taxes for, again, the rich people, so that way they have to pay their fair share, so that way they're just not taking my money that I pay for things that everyone should share equally and not just give it to those who are making billions of fucking dollars. Like it's I literally see it just all, like, so many issues just connecting to money just being funneled one way and not trickling down like the economic process is supposed to be. Have you seen this new Dark Enemy what the fuck is going on with my brain? Enemy? Fucking really, brain? God damn, that was terrible. So I apologize for that. But anime Clevitis, it's awesome. I recommend it. Hold on, I haven't heard of this before. Let me see. Let's see. Clevitis. I've not heard this before. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. I've seen clips of this. Yes. I've seen. I'm on YouTube Shorts every now and again, so I've seen this clip. I've seen clips of this before. It's interesting. I like the concept of it. I really like the concept of this anime. I'm not going to say anything just in case like someone ends up watching this video and is going to get spoiled of it like how many years in the future, but I like the concept of this anime. I haven't watched it yet. I really lack when it comes to watching anime nowadays, but I do like seeing the clips and I like seeing the story and the world based off of these animes, so I should give this a watch. But it's a really interesting concept. I like the whole idea of it. I've seen the clips, so the animation seems good. I don't know. I haven't watched the actual anime yet, again, but hopefully the animation stays par with how it looks like on the clips that I'm seeing on YouTube, and it looks like a really good story, honestly. I will have to set some time aside if I can. So many things that need to be done. Right? I got so many things I need to take care of. I got a doctor's appointment video call that I gotta do tomorrow, but hopefully I can remember to watch this because it looks really good. The concept, the animation, the art style, it's something different. It's something different on the whole fantasy genre of anime. It's something interesting to see. I like it. I really do. And it leads towards the family side of things, where you're like, oh, you gotta raise a child, but you're raising it in this fucked up world, and well, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do in order to survive, and you just gotta do what you can and do your best. It's a really good. I'm saying that just to not spoil anything, but yeah, it looks really good. I really want to watch it. In the anime, the main character doesn't know the concept of mercy. Good. Good. Sometimes that is a good thing, because a lot of animes nowadays, right, they have like, oh, you should be merciful to people and all that. A lot of cartoons, a lot of all that shit, but sometimes they're just people that don't do that, so it's good to show that kind of side of things, just to keep people on their toes. It's a good anime. I like that. I didn't know that was a whole thing for the main character, but that just makes me like it even more now. That is a good anime. Hopefully I can watch it. Again, memory problems, and then lack of time to do it, and then just me getting distracted generally. But hopefully my brain can remember to watch it. That's stacking pretty nicely. There we go. That is a good anime. That is really good. Speaking of anime, I'm supposed to... Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Next month, I believe I'm going to another anime convention. Going there just to see what's like, to see if there's anything interesting. I'm probably not going to find anything interesting that I like over there. The past couple of anime conventions I've been to have been just mid to me. Nothing really interesting for me to buy, or no like interesting events going on for the convention itself. But recently, I'm just saying that because I'm ragging on anime conventions, because they're starting to feel like very lackluster. Really, the only things to do there is to just buy printouts or to buy stuffed Pokemon toys, or to just see people's cosplays, which are nice to see people's cosplays. That is always cool. But I recently went to a game fest, and I feel like that was my bread and butter right there. They actually had some interesting stuff going on. Also, Delicious in Dungeon has a new season. That's another one I've been needing to watch. That is another one. Gonna have to get me and my fiance to watch that, because her sisters have watched it and said it's really good, and I really want to watch it. It looks really good. I want to see it. And the issue with watching that one, though, right? It's a food anime. They make food look really delicious, and the thing is, oh god, I'm already getting hungry just thinking about it. Drool is starting to ooze out of my mouth, because I'm like, oh god, the food in anime is so always deliciously made, and that's the whole point of that anime. It's just to show off delicious food while exploring a dungeon, and I just get so hungry watching that shit, and I don't want to be hungry while watching it, but I'll have no choice but to make something before I watch that, and I'll have to make it last the entire time I'm watching the anime. See, I've never been to an anime or a Comic-Con convention. I want to go to one so bad. So, I don't recommend going to small local conventions, because unless you want to save money, right? Like, you want to save money, you want to save hassle on the trip. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the smaller conventions, there's just not a lot going on. And there's not a lot of unique things at the vendor booths. By the way, Delicious in Dungeon gets dark. Oh yeah, I know. I've heard it gets dark. But primarily, I like seeing all the food stuff. That's the big bread and butter of the show, is to just see all the delicious food. But yeah, I gotta watch that. I really do. I'm hoping that's the next one I watch. I'll have to see. I'm working on a budget right now, so I'm trying to keep that budget going. Hopefully, I can find a way to make room, some room in my disability budget to get a Netflix subscription, or not Netflix, a I'm sure it's on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll right now, right? Hopefully I can find a way to make room for the Crunchyroll subscription. But yeah, definitely need to watch that. I do recommend at least once going to like a small local convention, so that way you could get an understanding, a feel of what it's like. Definitely bring deodorant, because you don't want to be that one asshole in the background who forgot their deodorant, or just purposefully doesn't wear deodorant, just stinks up the whole place and makes everyone have a terrible time. But it's cool to see people's cosplays. It's cool to take pictures with people. Here's the thing, right? A lot of convention going, right? It's pretty much just spending money, especially to see the voice actors and stuff. If you want to get like a signed thing, you're going to spend like sometimes it's a minimum of 40, but I've seen it's like voice actors also request $60, $80, $100 for signatures or even a fucking photo. So I mean, it's cool to like see them in person, and if you have the money to spend on it, that's good. But just know that it's a big money dump if you go to a convention. Like it's a really big money dump. Let's go put that there. God, this looks so nice. I'm doing this so efficiently. I hope Halo will be proud of this. The I has delicious dungeon, delicious looking food, or the IHEZ. God, I cannot read for that. I can't read for the life of me. But the delicious looking food. God, I'm having a stroke today, aren't I? What the hell's happening? Delicious looking food that the only thing I dislike about an anime makes me hungry. Yeah, no, that's the only thing. That's the only thing when you watch anime that's primarily food based, is that the food just looks too delicious and it just makes you starving the entire time you watch it. God, I really did have a stroke there, didn't I? Fuck, my brain. Speaking of strokes, let me prevent one right now by making sure I drink water on my character. Shit, where's the inventory button? Alt H. Let's carry this bottle. Just throw it on the floor later, so that way I don't have to worry about disposing it. There you are. But yeah, back onto the conventions things. I recently, I don't like the anime conventions anymore, but we went to, me, my fiance, and her family, we went to a video game fest, which is basically just a retro and all things video game kind of convention. A lot of cool vendors there, a lot of unique stuff there. You get to see a lot of old gaming consoles. I'm sure Halo would have loved to have been to something like that. But there's even anime stuff there every now and again. You can see like a couple of anime posters and things going on. But a lot of retro consoles, controllers, video games. It's like a big nostalgia fest. It was really cool. I went over there. I wasn't expecting myself to buy anything, but I got this. You can't see it, but I just brought it on the desk here. It's this. I got a Warhammer 40K ammo can, and it's a little ammo can. I don't think it's 9mm. I think the guy said 30 caliber. I don't know if that's he was making a joke about the game about Warhammer shit, but like I was able to buy a fucking ammo can. It costed me $100, right? Because it's like very special. It's customized. It has a little Warhammer insignia on it. It has like cool little decals all over the thing. But it was very expensive. It's a little surprise box. Comes with some goodies. But I gotta fucking buy something really cool over there that I wasn't expecting to find. A fucking ammo can. And I'm actually storing ammo in it now. I put all my 9mm rounds inside that thing. It's so fucking cool, that gaming convention. So if anything, I would recommend you try to see like a gaming convention of sorts, because they have some pretty unique stuff if you're looking to buy something for memories. When I go to an anime convention, I'm going to dust off my old Halo ODST cosplay I use for Airsoft. Ooh, that would be nice. That would be really nice. I love ODSTs. Dropship troopers, ooh, they are fucking badass. That armor design for the ODSTs is badass as well. It feels realistic compared to just looking at a Spartan. The ODST armor, it looks so cool. Looks so much cooler in my opinion compared to like regular Spartan armor. That is nice. Definitely, definitely wear that shit. Oh, at the Games Fest too, they even had a cosplay competition. A couple of the anime conventions I've been to, or the previous one I went to, there was not a cosplay competition, which is disappointing, right? Like it's an anime thing. People are known to cosplay for anime conventions, but they didn't have one at the one that I went to recently. I don't know where the ID is. I gotta remember where it was, but they didn't. Maybe it was on a separate day that I didn't go to. But the Games Fest one, they had a pretty cool cosplay competition. I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, because I was too busy still going around on the ground floor looking at all the cool stuff that they had by the vendors. But I would highly recommend not to just at the very least to go to some kind of gaming convention. I don't know, maybe it's different depending on the convention you go to, but like the one that I had, Games Fest for Austin, that shit was cool. That they had a lot of cool stuff. They had video game tournaments and everything. It was fun. Minus the fact that people didn't wear deodorant, right? That's always not a fun thing to deal with, but it was a good time for me. I at least found something cool I wanted. They had fucking popcorn that I could just go and grab, and I fucking love popcorn. But I would, if you can ever have the opportunity to go to a gaming convention, I would highly recommend that, because they got so many cool things to pick out over there. I'll just wait a little bit to see if this contract comes up. Let's see, where are we at right now? Wow, this is so much faster. I can see why Halo was doing this on a stream before. I should have just been doing these large missions. I should have been doing that a long time ago. Do you also, for your cosplay, do you also have the... Oh shit, you almost rammed me, asshole. God. Just like real life today, people are gonna ram me. God damn. I'm not even door dashing today. But did you make your own custom ODST suppressed pistol as well as the SMG for the cosplay, or only the cosplay itself? Because I know nowadays cosplay competitions are just like or like conventions are just outright denying you from having some of them are denying you from bringing like custom or cosplay weapons and stuff, which is a little bit disappointing. Or they just have to go, like, you have to go through a hassle just to get them inspected and make sure they're not real weapons and stuff, which I can understand, but it's still a hassle. But do you have like your own little custom ODST, SMG, and pistol? Where's the large? There you are. That's what I need. Where the fuck am I? Hello? Did I chose the wrong place, didn't I? What objective is this for? That's Bajini Point. That's Microtech. God damn it. I did not mean to choose a Microtech contract. Oh, that's ArcCorp. God damn it. I need to... I'm a Star Citizen YouTuber, and here I am fucking confusing the locations. Hurston. Large contract, please. No. God damn it. Let me abandon this journal. Contracts. Abandon. Not gonna cause me any harm. Bounty, no. Hurston, large. Alright, I'm gonna warp. Hopefully it fixes that.
Hey,
find a better mission.
This is Elle. You know, from Arcorp. Saw that you cancelled the contract.
Yes, I did, Ella.
What the hell? Next time, only
no,
take a contract
don't you fucking what the hell me? I get to choose. I'm the contractee. I get to choose if I want to take your contract or not. And I mistook it by mistake, so I apologize. But also, fuck you for saying what the hell. There's this one snack that I've seen in anime, so I bought one. It's called Pocky, and I love this. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know you didn't know about Pocky this entire time. Yeah, Pocky is delicious. I just had some. Me and my fiance watched the recent Superman movie. I thought it was good. I saw the things you were pointing out, but about the political stuff, but I saw my things where I'm just seeing like a lot of issues with people having so much money to be able to do all kinds of shit. But yeah, Pocky is delicious. Pocky is the best thing, and it's very low in calories too. So it's a delicious, delicious filling snack that you don't want to gorge on, and you don't gain weight over. It's a very nice snack. Japan is very good when it comes to their snacks. A lot of it's sweet though, so if you want something savory, you're probably not going to find a lot from Japan to offer. Did I just choose ArcCorp again? God damn it. Did I really? Contracts. Yeah, I chose ArcCorp again. Fuck off. This is what I need. ArcCorp. Bandon. Hurston. Track. There we go. But yeah, Pocky, delicious.
Hey, did you just quit the job?
Yeah,
Do you have any
ArcCorp.
idea how much extra
But
work
if
it's
you haven't
saving?
tried it, I know there's
I've wasted enough time dealing with you.
there's also the little candies,
Hey,
right? The
what
little
happened? I thought you were gonna do
rock
the
candy
contract.
dispenser things. Those are fun
You
to
know what?
like
It doesn't
have.
matter.
I
Find someone else to do the work.
At
Enjoy
our
it.
local H Mart, they had them every now and again, or I saw them at one point and I decided to buy them. They're very nice. They're delicious. I like the little rock candy things that they have too. That's pretty cool. At Ramune, I'm not a really fan of the melon flavor Ramune. I haven't tried any other flavor, but a lot of anime shows specifically the melon flavored Ramune. That's what they use for like their soda. That's why it looks like green soda and shit. I'm not a fan of it, but it's still pretty tasty. A lot of, from what I can tell, a lot of Japanese snacks are just sweet. And I do have a sweet tooth, but I really like savory stuff as well, so I like to have a balance between the two. So if you haven't tried Ramune, I would suggest trying it too. It's something not to pair with Pocky though. I would pair it with something very heavy and savory. Oh right, don't try Ramune. It would also ruin your teeth because it does have a lot of sugar, and I know your teeth aren't doing too well right now. So don't try Ramune. But yeah, the creamy version, definitely delicious. If you could try to find it, try to find the cookies and cream version. That one's just, oh, that's heaven. That is heaven. Also for my cosplay, I don't have the SMG. I do have the sniper rifle from Halo Reach. Ooh, okay, nice. So it's mostly like cosplaying the one from the ODST campaign. I can't remember what his name was. Buck, or was it something else? I'm not good with, it's been a while since I played ODST. God, I always overshoot it. Well, it looks like this place is full of bullshit, so hopefully the elevators are working. See, there's only 4 cars. Oh, goddamn, I want that Star Runner back. I have that skin, you bastard. Can I just hijack his Star Runner? I would appreciate if I could. Oh, boy. Back at your place here. Hopefully this elevator is working. But yeah, that is nice. I like seeing that. That's the sniper rifle. I always love being a sniper in video games, and I love my marksmanship in real life, so I can appreciate the sniper cosplay, the sniper build. Very nice, very well done, very good choice. The cosplay itself has about 80 pounds because it's made of hardened plastic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is your back okay? Gee, goddamn. Starting to sound like I'm wearing my plate carrier all over again. Let's see if I can move you. Nope. Okay, yeah, that's stuck. Let's try the other ones then. Let's see if I can... Oh, he's already leaving. God, I was going to break into his ship. Just reminisce on the old Star Runner. Lower deck. I cosplay the ODST from Halo Legends. Ooh, hold on. I haven't seen anything from Halo Legends other than just like the cool little images that they got. Let me see. Halo Legends ODST. Oh, okay, alright. It's the more simplified looking armor. Interesting. Or it's not the bulkier one, you know, the one that not simpler, but the more bulky one, to where the shoulder pads look like they merge into the body itself. A little bit on the lighter side. Heavier chest plate looking, that's for sure. Heavier looking chest plate. But nice, very nice. Did you custom color coat the little, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not the aesthetics. Did you leave like little traces of your favorite color on it? I know they have like some ODSTs can have blue and other personalized colors to their armor. Did you add like little insignias to it and change like to your favorite color as well, or is it just like a plain old ODST blackout kind of style? Let's take this out. Don't know why I keep taking it out. It always causes issues with the console thing. This guy left, so it had to over. Ah, God, there's a storm. Okay. This is gonna take a while just to get to the platform itself, but that's okay. I'll just be like that one guy fighting a fucking hurricane with the American flag, but I don't have the American flag, so I'll just pretend I do. And just scream at the top of my lungs, America, fuck yeah. Nice and easy. Just gotta be slow and gentle to not scare the wild ATLS suit. So that way I can catch it with my ray gun here. Don't mind me being stupid. I like spouting stupid shit every now and again. Drop you there. Hopefully this storm goes away so I don't have to deal with pushing back and forth. It appears that there's a lot less cargo this time around. At least on the thing here. Which is a little disturbing. Move you. Elevator capacity. Okay, let's see what's going on here. What's the issue? Probably gonna be missing some cargo, but that's okay as long as you can deliver a full set. It did have Ember Strikes, but they got worn down after extended use. But that makes it cooler though, right? Like, it shows usage, it shows deterioration, it shows age to it. So even though the strikes may be gone, it's a little bit of distress is there, so it makes it look a lot cooler, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Now it looks like armor that's seen 100 years of war. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. There's nothing that beats natural degradation of material. That just makes it shit look a lot more badass. Normal wear and tear. It shows that things are getting used. Let's lower you so you can get a better placement point. Okay, that's too far. There we go. A little server lag, but that's fine. But very nice. Very, very nice. I would love to see that one day. If you ever come to Texas Game Fest next year, if you do, then do let me know, because I would love to see your ODST cosplay. I would love to get a picture with you. I would love to see that shit. I like to see all the wear and tear and everything done to it. It'd be so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be heading to the next Austin Game Fest next year. So if you bring that shit, I will hunt you down. I won't. You won't know what I look like, but I will hunt you down. I will look for the ODST carrying a large sniper rifle and just the wear and tear of 100 years of combat. I would love to see it. Let's put you away. It's kind of weird that I didn't see the rest of the boxes in the console, but hopefully that won't be too much of an issue when it comes to dragging the rest of this shit out. Okay, you didn't fall. I had a feeling you were gonna fall there. The coolest thing, the coolest thing, the cosplay, it has a helmet mount for my NVGs. Like real NVGs or just like makeshift NVGs. That is cool. NVGs are always badass. You cannot deny that NVGs don't look, or you cannot deny that NVGs will always look badass. Just wish real ones weren't so fucking expensive. I remember back in basic training when they were showing us NVGs. I only got to see NVGs once in my military career, never again after that. But they showed it once, and we didn't even get to use the fucking things. We only got to like see through them just to see what it looks like to have NVGs. We never actually got to use them for nighttime training and basic training. But god, they're so badass. And we didn't get the quadra kind. We had only the like monoscope kinds. And it wasn't the white phosphorus kinds either, so you just see green, but still, it felt really badass to see through those things. I really wish I could have gotten more training with them, though. There we go. Use them for night airsoft. Real NVGs. God, how do you get the money to pay for those things, man? That shit's so expensive, in the thousands. For just a pair of NVGs, you are fucking lucky, man. I swear to God, I want myself a pair of NVGs, but it is just too fucking expensive. I want to buy a house, I want to get NVGs, but God, they are so expensive. I have to be like, oh, do I want to have these cool badass night vision goggles, or do I just want to be able to afford a house? I unfortunately have to afford the house, but God, if I did it, I would fucking buy a set of NVGs. I really would. Things are fucking cool. It's super useful. Who needs a flashlight when you got NVGs? You don't need one. But nice. Very fucking nice. I'm jealous of you, man. I really am, because I would love a pair of NVGs. I would also like a speed helmet too for like ballistics, like I used to have, but not. Or was there speed helmets? No, they were called fast helmets if I recall correctly. But God, NVGs are so cool. One of these days, you'll see me in real life, and I will have NVGs. I'll in the future, once this channel grows large and tall, I'm gonna show myself, and I'm gonna have some NVGs on, just because they're fucking cool, just because they are cool. I think they're cool. They're badass, so I'm gonna be wearing them. They were my military family members' NVGs. Oh, so you got extremely lucky. You didn't have to pay the fucking bullshit on those things. Your family had a pair of NVGs on them, so you didn't have to pay so much. You are the luckiest son of a bitch there is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you a son of a bitch, but like, my family was in the military too. My dad was a Navy SEAL and shit. But I didn't get a chance to have some badass NVGs or to use some of the, even, I wasn't lucky for my parents to have some NVGs for me to even use. So that, you are so fucking lucky, man. You are goddamn. You better not fucking say that they're the quad scope NVGs too. I will fucking envy you. Because those things are like 30, or they're in the tens of thousands of dollars just to own those. Oh shit, there's actually a lot more other cargo here. Okay, let's go and get the rest of these then. That was weird, they weren't showing up earlier. Man, just to even have a pair of passed up NVGs is already awesome enough as is. You are so lucky. So goddamn lucky, man. Okay, that's weird, they disappeared. Try that again. And they're no longer there. Okay, yeah, even though there's an update, still glitching out. Very nice to see. Very, very nice to see. I wish I could have a pair of NVGs. That's cool. That's so nice. It's a single NVG. That's still awesome. I would be extremely, I'm already jealous of just like a single scope NVG. I would have hated you if you had like the quad scope NVGs, but just the single scope is still extremely lucky because that's still thousands of dollars right there just to get one of those things. It may be military grade, but still, it's NVGs. They are badass. And you'll get into major shit for losing those things if you're in the military. But you are so fucking lucky. I wish I had a pair. I wish I wouldn't have to buy a pair for myself. Oh, you got the white phosphorus kind too? Oh, that's even better. That's even better. Oh, you lucky bastard. I hate you. I fucking hate you, man. Oh, that's so nice. That is so nice of your family to give. For Airsoft of all things, that is very kind of them to let you have that. If you join the Marines, don't take that thing with you. Keep that thing stored away, lock and key, because they'll probably be like, oh shit, where'd you get these fucking things? And you'll get questioned for it, and it'll be such a hassle. But fucking, you are so fucking lucky, man. So goddamn lucky. That shit's nice. That's so nice. One day I'll have a pair of NVGs, but I got other priorities to take care of, aka getting rid of my SIG P320 that's apparently going off when people aren't touching the damn thing. And it's just killed a fellow service member. Very disturbing. Oh boy. I'll have to wait to get NVGs another time. First priority is getting rid of this goddamn dangerous ass pistol. Let's go ahead and reset the coordinates here. Come on, you just showed up on the diamond. Put it back on the diamond, please. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to go here then. But yeah, you are really lucky to have a pair of those. I say a pair when it's just a monocular thing, but still, you are really lucky to have that NVG. I am so jealous of you. Let's go to the atmospheric point again. Since my family knows I collect military stuff, they give me their equipment because they know I'll take care of it. Oh man, that is nice of them. Well, the thing is, the military grade equipment can, be military grade equipment if you know what I'm saying. I'm sure you do. But there are still some really cool things that you can get from the military. Like one of them is a gas mask I got for them. Even if it's an old out of commission gas mask, that is very nice. It's not really useful for cases nowadays other than like extreme situations that you just accidentally happen to be upon. But having a gas mask is also nice. I hate the gas mask because you have to qualify to shoot with that at the very least. Whenever you're doing basic training, like you have to be able to shoot with the gas mask on. And it sucks to shoot out of that thing. Like it really, really does, because it warps your vision a little bit, and then you can't press your cheek very well to have a good 3 points of contact without moving the gas mask, and it just causes you to fuck up your aim. But the gas mask is still pretty cool to have. It is very cool to have. The only issue is that you're going to have to find replacement canisters for that, and that can get expensive. The replacement canisters can get really, really expensive. Because, oh, it's military grade, but, oh, it's military, so let's put a military tax on that. Oh, it's the M50 gas mask? Oh, okay. Alright, so you got extremely lucky with that. Probably just had spares and you were lucky to get, or your family was lucky to be allowed to just give that away or to keep that thing. So lucky. I really wish I could have kept some stuff from the military, but I worked for You know, I'm not gonna say because I don't know whether I can say or not. But I just worked on equipment that I'm not allowed to keep, so I can't. It's not like general stuff that breaks or can easily be replaced or should be. Again, I was working with networking stuff, so I can't keep any of any of those things. But it would be nice to have some kind of memorabilia. I do luckily have where is it? It's an old challenge coin that I got from my old coworker in the military. Here it is. He gave me this soldier for life challenge coin. We jokingly, after a specific, I'm gonna ramble here, but after a specific training exercise that we had, where it was just nothing but bullshit after bullshit. It was just literally a training exercise that did nothing but fall apart because it was after the whole COVID things were uplifted and everything's trying to go back to normal, but everything was just happening too quickly. So that training exercises was just a major shit show. But afterwards, me and my fellow coworker, who was a corporal at the time, who now is a sergeant, I should check how he's doing. But we got each other challenge coins to represent each other for like our service in the military, so we have something to remember each other by. He gave me this one because on it says all gave some and some gave all, as a joke to how fucked up my body has become from being in the military and sacrificing my my ability to sleep properly and my body's ability to function shit properly. So we got each other challenge coins, and I got him a specialist one because he never wanted to be a corporal. He was forced to be a corporal because the army had requirements that need to be met, and now he's a sergeant because, well, shit, he had no other choice but to become sergeant because, again, the army was running low on sergeants. So I gave him a challenge coin that says it's this rank of specialist, so he can forever remember that's who he always is. He will always be a specialist in my heart. Let's see. Let's go exit the ship here. My favorite thing I got from my family was decommissioned mortar round from a family member that was an EOD and turned it into a lamp. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That's nice. That is really nice. I personally would have not wanted to turn into a lamp. I would have liked to have it as like a cool little prop thing. It would cause major concern because it's a fucking mortar shell though. But it would have been cool to have a mortar shell as a little prop background, or just like a little interior design thing to have just lying around the house. Well, that's cool. That is really cool. That is nice. That is fucking nice. You got a pretty cool family there giving you some old decommissioned equipment. Luckily, they didn't give you any still functioning equipment. I hope they didn't surprisingly give you any functioning equipment that is explosive, though, because that has happened many times before in the past with World War II grenades still lying about by some people's storage sheds and shit. But man, you are getting some pretty badass gifts. I'll tell you what. You are so fucking lucky, man. I swear, you are so lucky. That's why I'm going back to buying some of my old equipment. That's not equipment, but like all my old weapons that I used to use. Like I miss. It's like a nostalgia thing. I miss having all the cool equipment and all the cool people I used to hang out with in the military. I love being able to be hands-on with all that cool equipment and all the firearms. That's why I got myself the M18, but now I'm having to replace that, and that's why I'm wanting the M4. So I'm trying to save up for Daniel Defense M4A1 because it reminds me of my old M4 that I used to shoot before they switched me to the fucking SAW of all things. It was it's all military stuff is cool, right? At least when it's functioning. If it works, it's cool and badass. But when it comes to military grade stuff, a lot of times it doesn't like to work properly because it's a lot of old equipment. But it's still cool. It's still cool regardless. It has the cool factor, but the functioning factor can sometimes be a mess. Let's go put that there. Well, I still have the flash grenade I got. It's still functioning. I just haven't used it yet. Good. Don't use it. Don't use it, because that could definitely very easily turn into a fire hazard. It just needs to fall in the wrong place, and boop, now you have to deal with a fire that's burning down your entire living area. It definitely, luckily that thing is extremely tough, extremely durable. Flash grenades are meant to be tough and durable, and they're supposed to have a hard time pulling the pin on accident for very good reasons. I'm guessing that means since your family was EOD, he definitely was, or she. I don't know if it was your sister or not, or if your brother. I'm gonna just generalize and say it's your brother, but sure, or not brother, but like someone whoever it was in your family, they had a fucking. Since they were EOD, I'm sure they had to go to Iraq, Afghanistan. Why can't I say the word? Afghanistan. They had to deal with the Middle East war on terror, the Gulf War, and shit. So they got to have a lot of cool stuff to keep after that, even though that whole war was a shit show. But yeah, you got so fucking lucky. So fucking lucky. That's weird. I think I just heard my fire alarm beep go off as if their battery is not working properly. I need to go get that changed, especially with a fire inspection going on in my apartment in 2 days. That's I would definitely say don't use that flashbang unless it's an emergency. And definitely don't carry that around in a public space, because that is technically an explosive device. Don't know. You just need one idiot to, or not idiot, one misinformed person. Well, they're going to be an idiot because they'll probably think it's an actual grenade, but you need one misinformed person to think that's a explosive, like, destruction style of grenade rather than a concussion, distraction, buying you extra seconds type of grenade. That doesn't really do any physical harm to anyone other than causing temporary distortion to someone's functionality. Yeah, be careful with that thing. You just need the wrong person to think it's the wrong device, and now you're having to deal with the cops wondering, like, why the hell do you have this grenade here? Oh, it's just a hand-me-down from my family. Oh, it's not an explosive one, right? Yeah, no, it's not explosive. Yeah, be careful with that flashbang. Just keep it at home, keep it in a safe. Have it as a little prop thing. Only use it for, like, just use it when you have a break-in issue at your house. Show them that you mean business. Put you there. It's a little weird that the rest of the cargo didn't show up, but at least it still counts for me delivering stuff. I don't have to completely finish the mission. Makes my life a little bit easier. La la la, put you here. Let's get this last one. Now I think about it, I gotta remember where my certificate is. I remember after leaving, one of my platoon sergeants, he decided to give me a sending away award, which ended up delaying my fucking exit from the military, which was a pain in the ass. Not his fault. It was definitely the chain of command's fault, causing it a delay in it. But I gotta figure out where I put that certificate that they gave me, because they gave me, I never got to see it. I gotta figure out where I placed the damn thing and open it up and see what was actually in it and frame it, because it is a nice little reward to have for my military service. That way I at least have something to prop up and show off, even though it's just like a congratulations, you didn't fuck up award. Which shouldn't be really hard to do in the military, but it's surprisingly very easy to do. Oh, you are so lucky to get all this free shit, man. You are really are. You do not know how lucky you are to have that. I gotta go check around some old military surplus stores, see what I can find around there. Who knows, maybe I'll find a live flash grenade. Sucks that you can't, like, buy old firearms from there, though. You gotta try to get them at old gun shops who overcharge for them, but it's not like something I'm gonna use. It'll just be a cool collector's thing. If I were to pick out, like, one thing to keep from my military service that I've ever used, it definitely wouldn't be a Humvee. The fucking maintenance on those old fucking things is horrendous now because they're so old and so worn down, and just the cost of repairs and everything on that is so expensive. If I wouldn't want to use the old trucks that they had either, because same issue. Even though it's much better than dealing with a Humvee, it's just a hassle to deal with the repairs of it all. I wouldn't want to use any of the networking equipment because that's... Even though I work with it, sometimes that shit, especially when it comes to encryption, is just way over my head. I would like to have kept my saw from my military service. I'm just saying this out of my ass because I'm just like thinking of the concept of keeping something that you get to get one thing from military service you get to keep. It would definitely be the saw that I had to use for my primary weapon system that they put me on. That shit was so fun when it didn't choke up all the time. Such a fun thing to use. Oh, it's the Argo Ras defensive capabilities? Let me show you. So you see that little turret there at the top? I think that's what, just 2 size 3s. Yeah, that's the loadout right there. Its shield capacity, you can see the shields are, if I switch modes here, the shields are very good. Shields are very good, but until I change the power system that it has on it, you can't really get all the way to max without losing everything else. So that's it sucks in that department, but it has very good shields, so you can survive a little bit of an onslaught from some light fighter player just wanting to ruin your day. But when it comes to like shooting, yeah, this thing is not good defensive wise. There's not even a back turret or anything, so it's not really helpful. You could say, so I thought of something creative, right? So this thing, you can see right there at the bottom right, there is like the tractor beam turret there. So if you wanted, you could kind of use that tractor beam like a mine defense in case you're being attacked from someone from behind. So if you just fly in a straight line, you could try to get someone in the back, grab that cargo tractor beam, grab some cargo in the back, and just throw it at them to try to keep them off of you. So I guess you can use that as another defensive tool. But other than that, the only really good thing when it comes to the defenses on the ship is just the shields itself. The maneuverability, not the best because it's a tractor. So all it really has going for it is just the shields. And I think the turret is usable by the co-pilot. I haven't tested it yet, but it would make sense for that to be the case. So luckily the pilot doesn't have to be forced to just be the only one on the gun turret itself. But if it just wasn't size 3 weaponry, it would be much better defensive wise. And there's no bottom turret either, so it has major weak spots. Like, this thing is not very good defensive wise. It just has one top turret and that's about it. So it's okay. It's okay to survive by just getting into a dangerous area and then getting the fuck out. running into trouble, getting the fuck out. That's all this thing is really good for, defensive-wise. Is there anyone here, or did everyone just log off to change servers to try to find a working cargo elevator? I swear if that happens, this will be frustrating. Because that's usually what this means. People dump their ships here because they force logged off to change servers. Because, oh, well, the cargo elevator isn't working. Let me just litter the whole place. If there was like a bottom turret to the ship, I'd say this would be one of the best multi-role ships to use, but it's not. The defense on it's not the best. Speed, okay for a cargo hauler. Defense, shit other than the shields. Oh fuck, okay, what is happening? My engine should be off. I should not be flying like that. Oh, what the hello? You okay there, buddy? Is everything alright? Are you losing your mind? You're not gonna shoot me when I start flying off with all the cargo, are you? Hope not. Already traumatized by plenty more Gladiuses already. Let's try moving this, see if this brings the cargo back into visuals here. If I hit this one, it will throw everything back to visually be seen. There's a raft blocking the elevator. Where? I don't see one. There's plenty of space. What is this thing on? Okay. Let's try this elevator just to... Oh, wow, that is just a lot of crap. I'm sure that elevator works. We'll go with that one then. The defenses could be better. At least it has a good living space. Even though the defenses could be better, it could be... You don't want every ship to be able to do everything, right? Because then there would be no point in using any other ship other than just the skin that it has. But I think this is a really good overall ship to do anything you want in the verse. You can do any mission really with this other than combat. Oh my fucking god, this guy's back. Bastard. I was about to park there. Fuck you. But yeah, this is a good overall ship. It's a lot cheaper than getting the Star Runner over there, which, goddamn, I still need to grab that again. Hopefully it'll be available on this year's Ship Showdown. It should be, because everyone's fucking posting about it. But yeah, if you ever want to do an upgrade on your starter ship, I know you don't want to really spend a lot of money on this game. But if you want something to do generally anything other than combat, this is the ship to go. Like, this can take you to and from. It won't be able to warp you all across Stanton, right? Because it doesn't have that much when it comes to the fuel capacity for quantum drive, quantum jumping. But it can take you places where you need to go. It's very useful in that sense. Why is there no cargo available? What the fuck? Let me try this again. Let's hit the cargo. Weird. Okay. So this one's glitched out. That's cool. Nice. Very nice. Glad to see that it is not working anymore, even though I just arrived here. Wonder what CIG is gonna do to fix these cargo elevators, because it seems to be getting worse. I mean, they're taking their steps in the right direction. You can now multi-stack cargo. There was an issue earlier when you place the cargo down back on your personal hangars that you can't actually double stack them. But now there's issues of cargo just disappearing from the missions, which is a little concerning, because now I can't even complete the mission. Go ahead and bite on this. Helmet back on. I should be good for at least one mission or two. Try to do one mission or two. Let's get you going. Engines. There we go. I'll at least do one more mission before I end the stream tonight. I want to try to complete one more at least. I hate how hot it's been getting in Texas. Yeah, and I agree, man. It's been getting really hot around here. It's I literally just hold up every day because I just can't stay awake properly. But whenever I do get up and get out, it is just, you could feel the UV rays just giving you cancer, and it sucks. It really sucks. Even when I was in Yuma, Arizona, right, I was used to that heat. I used to live in Yuma, Arizona. I was able to deal with that 90 and 100 degree weather, but I never felt it as bad as I'm feeling it right now. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just no longer used to the heat, but I don't know why. It just feels so much worse nowadays. I feel like I'm being burned by the sun, firing laser beams to just give me cancer. Contracts. Then this one's starting a new one because this one's not working. Hurston large. There you go. Hurston. Okay. See, I have 2 industrial fans pointing at my bed right now. How the fuck can you hear me, man? 2 industrial fans. God damn. Oh boy. I have to use my disability money to pay for the extra AC. I don't want to have to pay for the AC, but I have no choice but to do so because, yeah, it is getting too fucking hot out here. It is really getting too hot. You can't even go to the park and just enjoy a walk around because it's just getting too hot nowadays. It is way too hot. And we just had all those like nice rainstorms and things that happened, but now it's just burning you as soon as you step outside the shade. My brain mindset is not like, it didn't used to be like this, but my brain is always looking for shade now, as if I was a wild animal trying to survive in the heat. It is really bad. Oh man. Oh shit, I think I need to feed Keto soon. Alright, yeah, well, definitely one more mission before we end the stream tonight so I can take care of the cat. Figure out something else for me to do for food. Oh, let's see what this is. I just got an email. Oh, okay, it's just about my video appointment later today. Alright. Yeah, I'll definitely have to sleep too so I don't sleep past my video appointment. I'm probably going to end up doing that somehow. Let's hope this mission's is not having issues. Hopefully the boxes are still going to be here because I definitely need to sleep soon. I have the AC going with 3 fans. The small fan that sprays mist. God damn, you are just burning up. Holy shit. I would suggest not using the little spray ball. It may feel nice at the moment, but it may turn your room into a jungle because it's going to increase the humidity. If it's hot, the temperature is just going to burn up the water droplets, the little water that's being sprayed, and it's going to cause your room to be humid. You're going to basically turn your room into what it felt like in Georgia during the summertime when I just barely had it. Oh god, Georgia. What a terrible time. That humid heat over there on the East Coast, man, I swear it. I don't like being in the heat here in Texas right now, even though I'm somewhat used to it. I can deal with it a little bit, right? I can deal with it because I can be somewhat used to the heat every now and again. But God, the humidity in the East when I was going to AIT and basic training, that humidity, you felt like you were the swamp when you dealt with that shit. It was not fun. Should be good enough. I'm okay with dry heat, but humid heat, oh man. You will feel sweat in places you didn't know sweat can go. Your room holds the cold pretty well, but the moment I open the door, it's all gone. Yeah, that's nature for you. That's science. Heat likes to go where the cold is. Heat likes to rise, and the cold likes to get absorbed by the heat. Shit, something is not right. I am no longer seeing cargo for the missions here. That's strange. Wonder why that is. Let me try checking these other two. If these other two aren't working properly, I'm just gonna end the stream tonight so that way I can focus on sleeping and making it to my next doctor's appointment. Not available there. Alright, let's check one last one, which is where the Hercules is. That's weird. Why is it not visually showing? Oh, another update, another issue. That's just how this game is sometimes. Yeah, just hopefully you won't have to go to the bathroom and open your door anytime soon, so that way you don't lose up all the heat or all the coolness that's been building up in there. Let's go over here. Let's test this elevator out real quick. Ooh, a saber. It's been a while since I've seen one of those just lying about. Okay, alright. I've been seeing nothing but Gladiuses and fucking C2s and Argo Rafts all over the place. I'm glad to see an oldie that I haven't seen in forever. God, this used to be my main fucking combat ship back in the day. This was back when they first released the Caracals units in this goddamn thing, and I loved every bit of it. I really regret not being able to get the Saber Raven when that was available, but oh, good times with that thing. Good times. Alright, let's test this out. Let's see if it's working now. No. I'll try clicking around, move to elevator, and pull it up. Let's see if this fixes it. This might just fix it. I don't know. Always good to try moving things around, see if anything works. This row is complete. Let's pull you back down. Okay, yeah, it is not working. All right, we're going to end the stream. Let's get in the raft, fly onto atmosphere, so when we stream again, we don't have to worry about being planet-side or being merged into the planet from some kind of weird distancing glitch. Yeah, okay, well that sucks. I think those are size 3s on the thing. They may be size 4s, I may be mistaken. Because I know the Saber has size 3s, and those definitely look smaller, unless someone for some fucking reason decided to put size 2s on their Saber. Oh boy. Let's go inside. Yeah, you have a good night, Unknown. You have a good night. I'll be sure to see you next time. Oh yeah, before if you're still watching, if you're still here, before you go. So I've started to think of when I end the stream, right? Not today, but every Sunday, I'm going to do something similar like we used to do in the military, where we had safety briefs for the weekends, but instead I'm going to do a safety brief for the weekdays. So I'll just say some random thing, something that I could expect like a soldier doing, something stupid to be like warning. So just something a little funny to say at the end of the stream. So I'm going to start doing that from now on. So every Sunday there should be like a little weekday safety brief, just for fun. But yeah, you have a good night, Unknown. And whoever else is going to be watching, you all have a good night, and I'll see you next time.